Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. I'm Milesy. I'm in the hot seat and I've got a little lighthouse behind me, which is very, very nice. We are coming live from the MOXY and we have got people joining us this evening. Some people have just gone to the bar to get a couple of drinks, but here's the crowd here. And there's quite a few just actually gone to the bar, which is great. But I'm joined by Ken tonight. Good evening, Ken.
Good evening, Miles. Yes.
All good?
Yeah, all good down here, isn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's been lovely weather.
Brilliant. We had a great night last night and we had a nice little wander around the city centre today as well and down by the harbour. Brilliant. Yeah,
it's been great. It's been absolutely fantastic so far. And thank you for everyone who's just joined and watching the show tonight. We are live from Plymouth down at the MOXY Hotel, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Friday's game against the Baggies, and then we're going to be talking about the up-and-coming game tomorrow against Plymouth. We have got a competition for everybody in the room tonight. We've got 2 questions for you, so you can win a prize. So we'll be getting those questions out to you later on. And if you do want to join in, put some microphones out on the tables. All you got to do is pick up the microphone, press the button, turn it on, and you can join in the conversation. To our right here, there's a couple of lads playing table football, and in fact, actually, one of the teams has got the Coventry City Brown kit on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So get your comments in as well, and happy Easter to everybody who's been messaging already saying happy Easter. Right then, let's go have a quick chat about Friday. Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff against West Brom Albion. First of all, team selection, he stuck with the same team that went to Hull.
He did, yes, he did. We were all wondering whether he would or not, but he did, because we did play well, even though I think we all agree it was 2 points dropped. He did keep the same team, which is fair play. And it worked well. You know, I don't think West Brom really caused us any issues, did they? And it worked better than I thought it would, to be honest. And West Brom, for me, didn't really produce anything to cause us any concern. So I was quite happy with the performance of everybody. I
mean, the first half, obviously, you know, we looked quite dominant in the first half. Radoni's finish was just first class.
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, it was a fantastic finish, but a great ball across the box from Haji Wright.
Yeah.
Who's not really been firing on all cylinders since the Sunderland hat-trick.
He hasn't. And a lot of people are saying, and a lot of people said when we were out by the statue interviewing people, that I was asking them about the game, and they said, look, Haji and Sims have got to turn up. And for me, they haven't really turned up lately. There's a lot more they can do. And I know Haji was involved in the goal, but I just think he can offer so much more, don't you think? You know, he's got it in him. We know he can do it, but for some reason he doesn't always do it. And whether he's told to play a certain way by Lampard, you know, we don't know. But he can certainly be more involved in the game, I think, than he has been lately.
Yeah, I mean, not only Haji, but also Ellis as well. But looking at that first half performance, West Brom didn't really, well, I think through the whole game, they didn't even have a shot on target.
They didn't, no. Armstrong scored, it was offside, wasn't it, anyway? But that was about it. Really. They didn't really cause us any problems whatsoever. I thought we were in totally control of the game from start to finish, really, to be honest. Say it was a great goal, good finish from that man Madone, who seems to be in the right place at the right time, don't he, all the time? And, you know, just went from strength to strength. And Matty Grimes, in the second half, took his goal brilliantly after closing down the players, you know, and getting the goal from nothing, really, from their mistake. So it was good, an all-round good performance, and we kept a clean sheet. Yeah,
kept a clean sheet, which is very important. I mean, for me, I thought it was key that I think he kept the same team from Hull, though. I think to keep that momentum going into that game, knowing that we needed those 3 points. I thought it was vital that he didn't change it at all, or didn't, if he was going to change it, not change it too much.
Yeah, he doesn't tend to change it too much, does he, Lampard, unless he has to, unless he's forced upon him with injuries and stuff. I think he stays quite loyal. If players have had a good game, he'll keep them in there, and that's what he's done. We did play quite well against Hull, to be fair. It's just finishing let us down, and we didn't take the chances when we had them. So it didn't surprise me in a way that he kept the same side, because he has a habit of doing that. So yeah, and I think it worked really well, and I thought paid dividends. And another thing I thought, the substitutes that came on also did a good job.
Yeah. It's all right. They're throwing me off. They're sending me sign signals in. What's up? Can't hear us over. Sorry, you can't hear us in the audio. Sorry, guys. Well, there's people playing football. We can't hear ourselves. No.
All right.
But I mean, we'll come to you guys in just a sec about Friday's game. But I mean, for me, you know, the whole performance, I thought it was nearly a fully complete performance.
Yes.
Compared with, I mean, Sunderland was just a brilliant performance. But I thought Friday we controlled that game really.
Yes, definitely. I thought we did, and from start to finish, it was a fantastic performance. And as I said, West Brom never really threatened us today at all.
No,
I think, and I said earlier about the subs as well. He got that right, because there was a couple of players on bookings. Can't afford to lose any players this time of season with silly sending offs and stuff. So he made the right choices at the right time, I thought, and he brought the players off that were booked and replaced them, and it went well. And it was brilliant. It was important we kept a clean sheet, I thought, as well.
And the clean sheet was definitely important. Yeah. Let's come to the audience. Who wants to take the first question from us about Friday? Come on, someone pick a microphone up, and we'll ask you, fire a question at you. We got Martin. You can have a go.
Martin's going to go.
Stato, Martin and Stato. You got the mic? Who's got Martin first? Go on, Martin.
Go on then, Martin.
First. So, Martin, what did you make to that performance on Friday so far this season?
Great. It'd be nice if the strikers did it more. As you write in Sims, the midfield was scoring goals.
Yeah.
They should be scoring goals at this time of the season. It's a crucial moment. You know, they need to step up.
Yeah. And then what about for me, Rodoni? What do you make to Rodoni lately? I mean, the last few games he's just becoming unstoppable. And as Lampard calls him, I think Lampard calls him Rudini.
Yeah. They call it Rudy. He's getting better and better, isn't he? Every game he had an injury, he's come back. He just seems to be improving every time he plays, you know, and his skill on the ball, you know.
Yeah.
And off the ball, and his crosses, his corners, scoring goals.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's about. This is what the strikers should be doing.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, coming on to, you know, the second goal, Matt Grimes did the high press. Sims or Hadji Wright should be doing that, I think. I don't know what you think, but Grimes pushed up, nicked the ball, slotted it in. And that's what we've been missing, the high press lately, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, that goal, that was, you know, it put them under pressure, but that was similar to that one. Burnley scored past us with a mix-up with the keeper and the defender.
Mm.
Grimes got to it and tucked it in like a proper striker, and he's a midfielder.
Yeah. And
he knows where to put the ball. He's great. He's great signing.
Oh, absolutely. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. Let's come to the guys over on this side. They've got a mic. They've got one over there. Is it switched on? Yeah, got it. Okay. Tell everyone your name and where you're from.
Mark Warwick.
Mark Warwick. And as we were just talking about the game on Friday, what did you make to that performance?
I thought we passed it around. It was probably the quickest passing we've done for a while, to be honest with you. It was at one point, I think you said this, didn't you, Paul? Don't know about Brazil, although Max would say, what do you say, Max, about Brazil? He says they're rubbish. I'll do the political version of that. But But we're talking about Brazil from the past. So the way we were passing it around was quite impressive, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some West Brom fans at work in Birmingham, and I sent a few pictures because it just seemed to be that they were pinned in their half most of the game. Admittedly, they went down to 10 men. But, I thought we bossed it. We really did. And it's quite interesting that the comments about Grimes as well. He's been criticised for defending too much and being the extra central defender. Well, he wasn't, was he? When he picked that goal up and passed it quite cool in the back of the net. So it'd be interesting to see if Sims can take a page from his book, really, and not just pressing, start putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be nice. But I think overall we played really well. It's very impressive. Probably one of the best up there with the Sunderland game, I'd say. Yeah.
I mean, you were just saying about Matty Grimes. Everyone has been saying he's been playing quite defensively and sitting in, just in front of the back two. But I think what's helped, and we didn't know how this was going to work with Ben Sheaf, did we? None of us knew what was going to happen with both of them. I've been very impressed with Ben Sheaf's last two performances. He did 70 minutes against Hull. He did 90 minutes on Friday.
Yeah,
I thought both of them linked up really well, I thought. And Ben looked nearly to his normal self when Hamer was there.
Yeah, agree.
I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, totally agree. I think the last couple of games, Ben Sheaf's, he's looked fit and very active as well. Like, he's getting around the pitch, his passes. When he came back previously, he was giving the ball away a little bit too much. And he wasn't the same Ben Sheaf, the guy whose stats are always up there. But I think the last two games, like you say, he looks like the Ben Sheaf that we were scared to lose, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think he worked quite well with Grimes as well.
Yeah, well, someone mentioned, I don't know if anyone noticed this, but someone mentioned, I think it was last night when we were out, I think we were talking about Grimes and Ben Sheaf, but they were switching their position. So when one went forward, the other one dropped back.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else noticed that on Friday. It really did. They were really sort of helping each other out. One thing about Grimes for me, I think this is brilliant because when De Silva gets forward, Grimes covers De Silva. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but he slots back into where De Silva is. So we're not trying to get caught out too much as we're going back, which is absolutely brilliant and great teamwork, really, I think. But I mean, so West Brom, we put them to bed. Hopefully they're out the picture now. We're probably just now fighting between Bristol City, Middlesbrough and ourselves now for the playoff spots. So it's really in our hands. Ken, I mean, for you, we're going to man of the match. Rodoni got man of the match. No doubt about it. He's just been unbelievable.
Yeah.
He probably could have had another assist as well on Friday.
Yeah. I think De Silva had a good game as well, to be fair. He's been impressive the last couple of matches. He had a lot of stick, didn't he, early in the season when he comes in.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the last few games he's played really well. He's got forward as well, hasn't he, and helped attack. So I think he was in the running as well. But Rodoni, you can't complain about that because I think Rodoni's played the season for me, to be honest. He's done a fantastic job. And when he's not playing, we miss him, don't we?
Yeah.
Scoring the goals and being in the right place at the right time, whether it's assist or scoring.
Yeah. Well, talking about player of the season, we are going to have to get our player of the season votes coming in.
Yeah.
So if anyone's watching tonight, or you guys in the room want to email us your player of the season, we get a trophy made for the player of the season, and we get to hand the trophy to them. So if you want to get your comments in on email, if you can send it over by skybluefanstv@gmail.com.
And there will be a prize we'll put everybody's name in a hat.
Yeah.
And you'll win next season's shirt when it comes out.
Yeah, that's right. So you get next season's shirt, which is great. Hopefully that'll come out soon.
Yeah, hopefully early.
Hopefully it'll come out early. Yeah, you never know. We might get it
from holidays.
We might get it in July this year. No, it'll be before that, hopefully. But instead of having 3 kits, we're going to have 6 next season. Because it's talk about making money off us all. It's absolutely superb. Let me just get pick out some comments here, because we've got loads of comments. There's a lot of people saying good evening all. So everyone's saying good evening to everybody and happy Easter. So thank you so much for your well wishes. We've got here Bomber Bidwell's coming. He says, evening all. Plymouth is delightful on a sunny day. Well, it's been sunny today, Bomber Bidwell. It's been lovely. But it's suicidal on a wet day. Well, we haven't had any rain yet, so we're all right. So tomorrow, we take on Plymouth. He's gone here. First house I ever bought was just outside Plymouth, £45,000. Wouldn't buy you a caravan there now. There you go. That's how cheap it was back down here. What's this? Oh, Lee Beckett says Matty Godden scored. Yes, he did. We'd take credit for that because he come on the show the other night. I don't know if anyone seen Matty Godden the other night. Absolutely.
He said he was going to score.
He said he was going to score, so we're taking that as a credit again. Mark Packham says, evening all, great show as always. Come on, Coventry on Monday. We can beat the Jenners PUSB. We're all hoping for that. Paul Stratton's coming. He says, hi Miles, great interview with Matty Godden on Thursday. Thank you very much indeed. We've got here Jaspreet Kaur says, let's beat Plymouth, Luton and Middlesbrough. There's a good question for everybody. We'll throw it out to the room. We'll come to you in just a sec. Who wants to answer this one? Can we win the last 3 games? Who wants to answer that one? Anyone?
Anyone? Just pick the mic up.
Pick the mic up. Who wants to ask? Go on, then. What's your name? Where are you from? Tell everyone first.
I'm Simon from Bicester.
Brilliant. Excellent. And what do you reckon? Last 3 games?
We can win all last 3 games.
Yeah.
But
do you think we will?
Not with Collins in goal.
Oh.
Hey, he's done all right the last couple of matches.
Hey, he has.
That's probably because he's had nothing to do. I'm just quite concerned with Collins and Latibodiere at the back.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Binks then? In there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wrong side though, really, isn't it?
Well, I suppose, yeah.
You can still play 2 left footers there. We've done it before. We had 2 right footers there, so we can do it the other way around, can't we?
That's just a big concern for me. Latty and Collins at the back. It looks a bit of a recipe for disaster.
But don't you think though, Collins? Look, we went. You probably went as well. We all went to Portsmouth. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. And fair play to him though. He's come in, and I'm one for saying it. I'm one for saying it that he isn't the greatest. He isn't brilliant. But his distribution on Friday was second to none, wasn't it? It really was.
Yeah, a few long balls. Obviously, he's looked left and right and tried to ping the long ball to Hadji right and the other side.
Yeah, and it's working though. It's working, isn't it?
It's just, I just think, one ricket and then obviously.
Yeah, there's one mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's your biggest worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
But to be fair to him, though, to come in against Sheffield United not even halfway through the game, it was
saying that he made a few good saves at Sheffield United.
He did. But I remember standing there and everyone seeing Collins coming on, and we all went, "Uh-oh." We really did. We went, "No, we want Ben Wilson."
But what is Ben Wilson? Is he not fit properly?
Well, from what we're hearing, he's still got a slight injury, and I don't think they want to risk him unless in emergency situations. So I don't think he's fully fit, to be honest, and that's why
I still think they'll look for another keeper in the summer.
Yeah, they've got to, haven't they? Definitely got to. Yeah, we've definitely got to find another keeper. Yeah. Right, let's get some more comments coming in then. Ian Small, all the way from France, says, great win. Sheaf getting better. Borough have 2 games versus sides on the beach. Yes, I think Borough got Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow, haven't they? I think Borough got away. And Bristol got Luton tomorrow. So that's a tricky one for Bristol, I think, tomorrow.
And then they got Leeds after that.
And then they've got Leeds, yeah. So Yeah. Good evening to Ian, all the way from France. Rich T says 3 wins to finish the league season, and then on to the playoffs in 5th place. Let's put that one out. Do you think we're going to finish 6th or 5th? Anyone want to pick up on that one?
We don't do things easy.
No things easy.
We never do it easy.
So we're going to. So what? We're going to finish 6th.
6, you reckon?
Okay, 6th. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to think we're going to play Sheffield United. I just got a funny feeling we're going to come up again. We haven't seen the last of them yet.
Well, if we play Sheffield United, I think we've got to play them in the final.
I have spoke to quite a lot of people, and they said we wouldn't want to face you in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I spoke to a Leeds fan yesterday, and he said if I was a side in the playoffs, I wouldn't want to face you in the playoffs over 2 legs.
Wow. Well, I think I don't know. Do you want to play Sheffield United in the semi-final?
Callum O'Hare's tears.
Final would be better, but
Final would be better, wouldn't it? And apparently, so if anyone knows Gustavo, we need to send him a message tonight because he only needs 3 more bookings and he's suspended for 3 games. He is. So we need if anyone's watching, send him a message tonight and say, Gustavo, please get 3 bookings over the next 3 games, because that'd be ace, wouldn't it? You imagine that going to Wembley, play Sheffield United, only Callum O'Hare starting for him, and then he cries at the end. I've already had abuse at the beginning of the season when he went up there. I don't care if we beat them. I'll tell you, it'd be fantastic. Right, let's see who else is commenting for us this evening. What we got? We've got Dark Farts here. Why do I always miss the first few minutes? Every show is the same. Is it my settings? No, you don't miss the first few minutes. Honestly, you really don't. Trevor Merriman, we were brilliant first half on Friday. De Silva was on fire. Talking about De Silva, Ken, and then we'll pass it around to the audience, which we'll get them involved on it. De Silva, I don't know what he's been having in his tea.
It's been brilliant the last few games. He really has, and that's a De Silva we thought we were getting originally from when he signed from Bristol, wasn't
he? Yeah.
And he came in and didn't really settle, and he was in and out of the side. But I just really think he's picked up the last few matches. He's been really well, done really well.
Yeah,
and Bidwell's obviously can't get back in the team at the minute. So
yeah, I mean De Silva, he has been brilliant, hasn't he? The last few games, he's really been brilliant. He's just a little bit too small, though, isn't he? Huh? No. Oh, hold on, here we go. Tell everyone your name and where you're from.
Yeah. Paul from Warwick, Leamington and Warwick Supporters Club. Woo, boys.
Good evening.
Evening. De Silva, I mean, I was his biggest critic at the beginning of the season. I was a massive critic of him, but I've got to say, wow, what a player he's been in the last sort of 3-4 games. Size, yeah, critical of his size. Imagine if he was 6 foot, what a player he'd be. But for a little guy, he has done an absolutely crucial job for us the last few games. He's been for me, he's been player of the match for quite a few games. Got to say it, like the gentleman over here as well, our strikers, what are we doing? Sims, why jump 10 seconds before the ball's even coming near his head? You know, has he had a haircut a little bit too short so it skims off the top? I don't know. But he's been awful. He's been absolutely awful. Hadji, I don't know what happened on Friday, but after about 25 minutes, I don't know if anyone else agrees, it looked like he had an injury. He went literally right off the boil. But we were thinking he was maybe going to come off, and he didn't at half time, and he carried on. Did he do anything? No. I actually think he took a place up. I'd have personally brought Bissett on earlier. I know Bissett's got his critiques, and I know he's still learning, but I'd rather have someone that's going to run like he did do from the moment he come on the pitch than have Hadji that, to be honest, was laboured, didn't really run for the ball, and to be honest, was quite embarrassing.
Yeah, I think, well, you probably hit the nail on the head there, because Hull, I thought, was very lacklustre especially for Ellis Sims, unfortunately, because we know how good he is. Look at both of the strikers last season. was it 20 goals each, I think, in all competitions for them. You don't get that very often in any football club or any football team. You're lucky if you get one striker that's banging 20 goals in a season. And to have that last year, I know we had that great cup run. That helps with the goal tally and everything. And he got a couple of hat-tricks in the FA Cup and stuff. So that takes him up a little bit. But I think you're right. I think, you know, he did that. Hadji Wright did that thing in the first half, played the ball across. And then after that, he did sort of go off the boil, didn't he? And you were watching him and you're thinking, just run. You know, run. No. Yeah, there was nothing there. And as for Sims, I'm gutted for Sims, to be honest. I mean, he gets so much stick. Even we've been talking about it yesterday and today. While we've been out, we've been talking about the strikers. We've been saying, who would you prefer? Like, we were just banging two names out, Ellis Sims or Robbie Keane and things like that. We sat in the pub. It would have been great if we were videoing it. It was great content, wasn't it, Shannon? It was brilliant content. And we were just sat in this pub just having this conversation. And you feel for Ellis Sims because you know he's got it in his locker and you know that he can do it. And the same as Hadji Wright. Who knows? Tomorrow he might start Brissett. He might start
going on Hadji Wright. He got a hat trick, and then what's he done since he's got his hat trick?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
He needs to turn up more, doesn't he?
Like I said, he was playing down the middle to get the hat trick, and now he's been pushed out to the left.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem the same player he was before he was on the left last year.
No, that's it. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, it's so they're just saying that Hadji Wright. I think Hadji Wright. A lot of people. CJ comes on the show. He prefers Hadji Wright on the left, but a lot of us prefer him down the middle. But then, is he alone? Is he one of those players that can't play as a lone striker? Because he's a
different Matty Godden, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because Matty Godden said he preferred to play down the middle on his own.
Yeah.
But
well, we probably haven't, to be honest. No.
Mike. Martin. Mike.
Yeah. Well, what's your views on Patterson? Do you reckon he should have anybody who thinks he should be starting now?
I think Lampard's right in what he said. He's more than just a 10-minute impact substitute.
Yeah.
Obviously, initially come in as to do a bit of training.
Yeah.
To get his fitness up, and then obviously Robin sees something in training. But he probably likes to give him more minutes because everyone else is playing well at the moment.
Maybe he could play on the left. He could play anywhere along the front three, can't he?
He can play in the 10 as well, couldn't he?
Yeah, he can play 10 as well, yeah.
Yeah. Tony, I want to go on. Someone's put a comment on here about it was a great win on Friday. Shame we didn't improve our goal difference. Were you disappointed that it was only 2-0?
Yeah, I thought we could have got another couple of goals, but that's been the case in quite a lot of games this season where we've dominated games and haven't been able to kill teams off. A perfect example was away at Hull last Monday night, actually, where we absolutely dominated the game. Couldn't get the killer second goal. That is Sims threw on goal, blazed it 30 yards over. Another few chances we missed. And lo and behold, they go up and equalise. And they really didn't deserve that. We deserved to win that game.
Yeah.
And it's probably cost us a few points this season. Going on to the Hadji Wright issue, the reason Patterson would come on was because he was playing on the left, Hadji Wright, at the time, and Patterson would come on. But Brissett, to me, is too lightweight at the moment.
Yeah.
We need someone like a Gary Thompson or something, don't we, that's going to knock the ball down, from the old days. Mark Haitley, knock the ball down.
I think for me as well, I don't know about you guys, but I think the last few games, we've not really got the crosses in as much. I don't know if you noticed against Hull, there weren't as many crosses coming in. We're trying to walk it in the net. I don't know if you've recognised that at all. Ken, have you seen anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we do tend to do things, the hard way, don't we? When there's opportunities, obviously, when Van Erwijk was one, when he could have had a couple of shots, couldn't he? and instead of shooting, he decided to play the ball to somebody else.
Yeah.
And they've missed it.
Yeah.
Where he's been in a great position, he's got forward. He could have had a shot himself, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's got a good, shot on him. So I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah. It just gets a bit frustrating sometimes,
Yeah.
doesn't it? That 1 minute we're crossing the ball, then we're not crossing the ball, and we're trying to walk it in the net. There's Ian Harris has just commented. He says, "Hello all, happy Easter. He's a Sky Blue fan based in Los Angeles, Southern California, hoping for 3 points tomorrow. So are we, because that's why we're down here. It's been a long journey getting down here, and it was a long night. It was a heavy night last night. We've got Graham Cockle says hi to you all. We outplayed West Brom, and it ended up with a very good win, which is, as we say, we know the performance is absolutely superb. Do you think though that win came on Friday because of what happened on the Thursday with the statue being revealed, and there was a lot of confidence around and happiness around the ground, wasn't there? Everyone was so happy to be at the stadium and seeing that statue as well. Do you think that's played a part in the result Friday, do you think? Ken?
Well, I think so. I think, definitely, because it's an emotional time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody gets... And a lot of the youngsters can't remember George and John, but I mean, a lot of the older ones in the room will. And, they're doing a fantastic job for the club when they were here. And I think the statue looks brilliant. And it's just fantastic. And I think that leads on to everything else. I think the atmosphere and the ground as well was brilliant, I thought, for the game, before the game. And it all led on to a great result. So overall, I think it was a brilliant couple of days, really, with the statue and the positive result against West Brom. Because let's face it, we don't normally get great results against West Brom, do we? So it was nice to beat them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Paul again.
Hi, Paul.
Just wonder what everyone else's thoughts are on the position of the statue. I was a bit shocked how far around it was, and it is a lovely statue. Let's no mistake about it. It's an amazing piece of artwork and a great tribute. My concern as a lifelong fan is it a little bit too close to the away fans, and has it been sort of lined up potentially for targeting in the future? I've heard it from a few others that agreed with me. Is there a reason why it wasn't allowed to go around with Jimmy? Because, of course, they were big friends.
Yeah, I think from what we heard, it was underground cabling by where they were going to put it originally. They couldn't do the underground footings on it because of cables, electricity and stuff like that. So where they were going to put it, they couldn't put it. So that's why they had to go there. So that's what we've heard.
Yeah. So what it was, it was originally meant to go by the club shop, where the players' entrance is. So that's where it was meant to go. But as Ken's just said, there was issues underground. So they moved it up there by Singer's Corner. To be honest, I personally think it's a great position. Yes, it would be great up by Jimmy Hill. I don't think there was enough room up there for it, because you've got the exits from the anecdote, you've got the exits from the casino and everything else. So I think they've got to think about, if there was a fire or anything like that, you've got to get people out. And if there's a statue in the way, because that's where it'd have to go, wouldn't it? It'd have to go a little bit more central.
Yeah.
So, that's going to cause issues. So where they've put it, they wanted to have it by Singer's Corner. Plus, the reason I think it's great, because when it's sunny, the sun's on it all day. I think it's just brilliant. And I think if it was by the club shop, I think that's closer to the away fans now, because they're that side, aren't they? Because you can't even go to the club shop after the game, which isn't great, because you've got to go all the way around. Then they stop you from going to the club shop because they're letting the away fans out.
But it gives your fans that come that way a chance to see it.
Yeah.
Well, they probably don't see the Jimmy Hill one much because they don't walk all the way around that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Singer's Corner just sort of come up from the car park at Tesco's and see it there. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to see it.
So it's okay for some fans, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else got any opinions on that at all? Anyone else want to say anything, guys? Anyone else? No? Is that all right, Paul? you happy with that? Brilliant. Excellent. We've got Lee Dan's come in. He says, evening, Miles and Ken. Brilliant performance against West Brom. And our last few games, I'm very confident we'll reach the playoffs and we will play Sunderland in the final.
Nice.
So that means we're finished
happy with that.
Finished sixth then. Yeah. Right. Where else have we got? So let's go on to tomorrow then. Well, no, let's do your question. One of the questions.
Yeah, we've got a competition.
For the room.
Just for the room, not for the anybody
Just for
else.
The room.
Just for the room. Now, it's first answer, so you won't have a chance to Google, so I'll be watching you. All I want to know is, simple, you're going to win one of these mugs on the coaster. Don't drop it. Which we normally give away. The question is, it's Plymouth related. What was the score last season when we played at Plymouth?
No, you got to put your hand up. Whitey.
At the back there.
Whitey.
It was 2-2. Yes, correct.
There you go. Pass that along, please.
We'll have another one soon.
Later on, we've got another question. Later on. No. Later on, we've got another question. So you got another chance, guys. You got another chance to win the prize.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant stuff. Right. Now, we haven't got our Stato tonight. He's on holiday, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
So we haven't got the
Jack.
No, Jack and Claudia. They're both away. Vicky's hey?
They've gone together, yeah.
Yeah, they've gone together, yeah. Yeah, they have. Vicky's sitting in the background, bless her. She's keeping an eye on everything. So fair play to Vic. She's here. In fact, actually, she's just put a comment up, which is great. It's about Sims. There's a surprise. Oh, she's laughing. I can see her laughing. She's gone. This is before we talk about Plymouth. She's gone. Sims did the first press. Wright did the second. Grimes third, and that's where the goal came from in the second half. So well done, Vicky. Yeah, no, sticking up for Ellis Sims again, bless her. Oh,
yeah, he needs to do a little bit more though, not just
on
the odd occasion.
I still think he's being kept up at night because they have just had a baby, so I think he's getting sleepless nights. All right.
Yeah, but he should have had a penalty.
Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah.
Name, please, and where you from?
Ryan from Coventry.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, you.
So two things really. First thing is no one's mentioned Liam Kitchen. And the improvement in him is probably the biggest difference in the defence.
Okay.
Because last season or the season before that had been red cards galore, letting us down, and he's been solid. He's actually been brilliant. And the second thing is, I think the games that we've let ourselves down in where we haven't really got the result we should have is because we're not brave enough. The balls through the gaps, they're just not brave enough. I'd rather lose the ball trying to play those balls in that final third than playing it left to right constantly and then losing it. It's a lot better to be braver, try and get those balls through the holes, and then play a bit Arsenal-esque, but without the talent.
Without the talent. Hey, we've got some talent in our team. No, Kitchen.
Great Kitchen. That's been fantastic since he's come back in the team.
Yeah.
He's been a leader, really, and he's been captain as well on occasions, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he's sorted his discipline out as well, hasn't he? I think Lampard's obviously worked on him in training, and fair play to him, has come out and done really well. Big improvement for Kitchen, and he was getting a lot of stick, weren't he, when he kept getting sent off and letting his teammates down, really.
Yeah,
but yeah, he was always in the referee's fair, and yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, sometimes you do get a situation where you get sent off and you can't do much about it, and we know what the referees have been like this season. And the less said about that, the better.
Hey, we had a shock today.
Oh, we had a shock. Someone told us. It was false news, but someone told us that Bell, the referee who refereed, he's tomorrow, but he's not. He's
not. Trust me, it's all right. It's Andy. It's Andy something. It's Andy something. We were like all in the pub and we go, no, it's all over. That's it. Forget it. We might as well go home now.
No, it wasn't me.
But look, Kitchen, he has. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? The last few months, he's been absolutely superb. And
He has. He's also started doing the naughty things at the right time.
Yes.
So I don't know if anyone noticed the headlock on the way down for the header at the weekend.
No.
He did a header right at the end, and on his way down, he headlocked the player to the floor.
Brilliant.
On the way down. That would have been during the header originally. So he's booked his ideas up a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And do you know what I'm liking as well is that he's the only one that's complaining to the referee. Yeah. Virtually everyone, we're too nice, aren't we? We are still too nice when it comes to challenges. We are way too nice, and he's been doing all of that. And I'll tell you what, he's very close to getting a booking from it or sending off from it, but he's sort of walking away.
Yeah,
he's walking away at the right time, isn't he? But I agree. Kitchen's been brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. On the way down, the drive down, we were all discussing. Kitchen seems to play better without Thomas. When they're played together, he doesn't show as much. And now he's been on his own for a little while, he's absolutely coming to light.
Yeah. Well, Carl McFadzean, when he come on the show a month ago, he's very good friends with Kitchen, and he said that he is going to be a fantastic centre half. He's going to be brilliant, and he's only getting better and better. And he's maybe Fads has been telling him, just put an elbow in, just do what Fads used to do. Fads used to pull him all the time, didn't he, and get away with it, the little dark arts. Maybe he's telling him what, so just saying he's gone to Fads, well, what do I do? And Fads is going, yeah, well, do this, try this. So that could be it, couldn't it? So,
but wasn't he a link with a move just before Lampard took over?
We don't know, do we?
Yeah, we had all sorts of rumours when they're going around.
Along with Thomas Asante to Blackburn.
Yeah.
We don't know. No,
and he went out the side, didn't he, for a couple of games, and he came back in, and he's done really well since he's come back in. To be fair,
I just think the whole team spirit is becoming good again, isn't it? It's like the playoff season. It's very similar to the playoff season, isn't it? The way it's going at the moment. But tomorrow, tomorrow, Plymouth fighting to stay up, and they are really fighting to stay up. Anyone see their penalty that got given against them the other day?
That's
oh my word!
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's an awful decision again. Dodgy refereeing. We had two better penalty shouts that we should have had. Yeah, but exactly. So I mean, it was very poor. But let's Ken first, and then we'll ask the audience. Tomorrow, what are you expecting? Are we going to have an unchanged team? And how do you think it's going to go? Because we know what it's like at the bottom of it in a dogfight to stay up. We know what it's like. We've been there, and it's hard work.
Listen, there's no easy games in this league, is there? We all know that. We all went to Derby, remember, and expected to get 3 points, and we got turned over. And if you're not on it, you'll get turned over. Simple as that.
Yeah.
We've got to be on it from the off straight away. Straight away from the off, try and get an early goal, settle down. But we always need 2 goals, don't we, before we settle down? That's what we've got to do tomorrow. Right from the word go, we've got to be on it, and all the players have got to be on it. Because if they're not, if they think it's going to be easy because they're bottom of the league, then it's going to be in a Derby situation, isn't it? We got turned over there, so we don't want that to happen again. There's not many games to go, so we've got to make the most of it now.
I think the thing now going into this game tomorrow, I think there's one thing different about this game to the Derby game is that the pitch is going to be all right here. Derby's pitch was awful. Anyone go to Derby? Did you go? Yeah. I mean, you got to admit the pitch was just dreadful for a championship team in a stadium like that. The pitch should have been good. So I think that will probably go in our favour tomorrow. But the other thing I think that's going to go in our favour is that Plymouth have to come at us tomorrow. They can't sit back. They can't afford to have a draw.
No.
Plymouth need to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
We've been there.
No. Is it mint? Go on.
Well, I did put a picture on the fans forum on Facebook.
Okay.
That pitch looks amazing and wide. Doesn't look very long, but very wide, which should suit us.
Yeah.
And the pitch, honestly, it's like a carpet. Looks amazing.
Yeah, and that's the difference, I think. And Plymouth are going to have to attack. Plymouth are going to have to attack us tomorrow, and that will probably play in our favour.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we can exploit that because we're a good counter-attacking team, aren't we? So, and at the end of the day, I think we've got better players than them. And I know it's not one on paper, but if they all turn up, we should win that game.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to have a unchanged team tomorrow?
I think he don't change many unless he has to, does he?
Yeah.
Lampard. And I think unless there's any injuries we don't know about. I don't think there'll be any changes, but I mean, I don't know what the others think.
Go on, Jacko.
It's very dangerous playing the same side 3 games.
You reckon? Very dangerous. So where would you change it?
It doesn't matter where you change it, you just need to freshen it up.
So who would you bring in?
Calls it a batch.
Probably calls it a batch.
Yeah, Patterson.
Yeah.
We're just going to call him that, aren't we? We're not going to call him Patterson, are we? We're just going to call him. He calls it a batch. Hadji up front, down the middle. And he calls it a batch. Okay, love it. Absolutely love it. For me tomorrow, I mean, I love coming down here. It's great. I love this part of the world. And I'm looking forward because I'm looking forward to seeing the stand that they've rebuilt because that was a listed stand. The one on the left, their main stand. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But for me tomorrow, the key I think for me tomorrow would be that we look for a ball over the top tomorrow, out wide.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else wants to talk about it, but I think, we were talking about Collins earlier playing the long ball. I think tomorrow, if they're going to come at us, we'll find space in behind. And I think we've got to look for that ball, diagonal ball, left or right to Sakamoto or to whoever's on the left. He calls it a batch on the left.
I think Collins has been told to do that, play that long ball by Lampard when he can, any opportunity to get in behind them. And I think that's what he's been told to do.
Okay.
So I'll say one thing on Collins. As bad as he is, I like to call him Calamity Collins. He ain't half got a pass on him.
Yeah.
I think we might have, he's given a few goals away, but I think be interested to know how many assists of the assists he's got, if you get what I'm saying. Like, so the long balls he's played, from that, how many goals have we scored?
Okay.
I think there might have been 1 or 2 quite recently.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do, we'll ask Stato Jack. We'll get him on it.
Jack in the hat,
Yeah, Jack in the hat. We'll get him on it. He does lots of stats after the games and he writes it all down, types it all down.
He got on the Portsmouth game, wasn't he? Because it was his kick that went to Radoni. Radoni crossed it.
That's right.
For Patterson. So count that as an assist.
Yeah, we'll find that out for what day are we on?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday. We'll find it out for Thursday. We're all over the place, man. All over the place. Brilliant. Who if you were to change it tomorrow, like Jacko's just said, he'll play, he calls it a batch. Who would anyone else change anything? Is there anyone here that would change that team tomorrow? Go on. What's your name? Tell everyone where you're from.
My name's Seth and I'm from Coventry.
So speak a bit.
My name's Seth and I'm from Coventry.
Brilliant. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You're coming out on the beer tonight.
Who would you change it for then?
So I would say probably Sakamoto because I've seen recently every game he just gets smashed into all the time, and it's never a foul.
Yeah.
Like for example, when he broke his back, it still wasn't a foul.
Yeah. Oh, that was an awful challenge, wasn't it? Awful. It so, would you rest Sakamoto tomorrow then? Would you change that position, or would you keep him in the team?
I'd put him as a sub.
As a sub. And who would you put in his place tomorrow then? Tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It calls it a batch.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he can play in that position, can't he?
He's never going to live this down, is he, old Patterson? Yeah, he's
Yeah, that's very good,
yeah,
actually. Yeah.
it's brilliant, isn't it? It is. Seth, now, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11. So this is following the Sky Blues. The last few years has been a whirlwind for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You know what I mean? Wembley, what, 3 times since you've been following them? Or was it 4 times?
I think 3. I'm not sure.
Is it
though.
3 you've been to? So
Yeah, I nearly got banned from Wembley once because
Why was that?
at Wolves I ran on the pitch.
Oh, you the one who ran
you're
the
the one
pitch.
who ran on the pitch. Good
Of
lad.
course, yeah.
Good lads. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. Superb. So
What a sensational game that was, by the way.
tell us what made you run? I mean, look, I know it's a stupid question. What made you run on the pitch?
So I really wanted a shirt at the time,
Yeah.
and my dad said you can run on, but you're probably going to get banned from Wembley. And when he said that, I just ran.
And did any of the stewards say anything to you? You didn't get caught at all, did you? You went back straight into the crowd, didn't you?
He tried to come, and then the security guard just like blocked him and said he'll come back when won't he?
And whose shirt did you get? Remind us.
Kitchen.
Oh, brilliant! That's
And then
fantastic.
he reposted saying "Go on, little lad" on his Twitter.
I did see that actually. Yeah.
And Tom Grennan.
Oh yes, that's right. He did, didn't he? I remember. Yeah. I mean, the video went sort of viral, didn't it?
Yeah.
It went viral. So Wolves then. That must be your highlight of watching Cov City, or was it that we beat Man United?
I mean, Wolves is probably, well, definitely my favourite match
Yeah.
and best win, because when Sims scored, I just had a feeling someone else was going to score and win.
Yeah.
Because we were all getting ready for extra time, weren't we? And then we thought, and then all of a sudden we won it.
Yeah.
First thing is, he was in the quadrant.
There you go.
He was in the quadrant as well. He wasn't even on the side. So he'd gone down, snuck past the steward. And then when I've looked around, I've gone, oh, he's actually gone. And then started running. And I had to chase him. And then they didn't let me on to get him.
But you must be a proud dad.
Wow. Afterwards, yeah. When his mum was calling me saying, why has my son been on the pitch today? That didn't go down well.
What was it? Hey, what's my son doing on TV?
Oh, I had loads of missed calls. And when I called her back, she went, why is Seth on the TV today? I went, couldn't tell you. I went, it's a bad reception. I'm going to have to go. And then put the phone down. and then at United, the final, he cried twice in 2 different ways.
I just can't believe it. I can't get my head around it. It's brilliant.
He cried with joy when they scored at Wembley, ran down the whole row where we were. And then when he came back and it was VAR, he cried the other way around. So he had 2 different cryings in 4 minutes.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to say it. We won it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still saying we won it. We won it. And they got beat today by Wolves, so even better.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what I mean? Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I don't know if anybody knows.
Yeah.
Does anybody know Leicester City have been relegated? Do you know that?
When you run on the pitch, Miles,
Hey?
1986, you run on the pitch.
Oh, yeah, we had to climb the fence
That's right.
against Everton.
4-1.
Yeah, against Everton. So at Highfield Road. No. So it was 86, didn't we have to beat Everton to stay up, weren't it? And we were in
Everton won the league, didn't they? That.
Yeah, they won the league that year. I had to climb. I had to climb the fence. So you were lucky because you didn't have a fence to climb. So I was climbing a bloody fence. Oh, I tell you, unbelievable. We've got people giving me a leg up to get over the fence at Highfield Road. Oh yeah, we've all done it, mate. Honest. Even Wickham in the semi-final at CBS for the Checker Trade. That we all went on the pitch that day, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Go on, Martin.
Neil's just showed me a banner on the M69. It says, "Welcome back."
Welcome back to the Championship. Well, we may not see them next year, unfortunately.
we might not see them. We might be going the other way. The way it's going.
I hope so.
Oh, blimey. Well, look, we've gone way off course here. We were talking about tomorrow's game, and now we're talking about pitch invasions and everything. So tomorrow, then, we've got about 5-6 minutes to go. Let's just get some score predictions. I know we ain't talked much about tomorrow. Well, we can't talk much about tomorrow, really, apart from the team and that. And it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Tony, it's going to rain tonight, isn't it? Lovely. So it's going to be lovely and sunny. It's going to be lovely and sunny tomorrow. So get your bikinis out and stuff, and get your sun cream on.
I told you the weather tomorrow is going to be raining in the morning, dry.
We wanted to buy these hats today. Downtown, they got these hats, and you squeeze these things on the bottom, and the ears go up. I said, why don't 10 of us buy them, sit on the front row, and then we'll take the cameras away from the Mad Hatters. Let's get some score predictions then. Ken, we'll come to you first, then we're going to go around the room. We're going to ask everyone score predictions, so pass the microphone round. Ken first.
Yeah, tight game. I think we're going to win it 2-1. 2-1 win.
2-1 win. Okay, let's start with Seth. Mike, pass the mic round as you say. Score.
3-0.
4-1.
4-1.
3-1. I think I'm going to batter them 4-0.
I think an early goal, 3-1.
Okay.
I think we might just nick it 1-0.
Well, I'll take that one. Yeah.
4-0.
4-0.
1-1.
He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
That 1-1.
4-2.
They've just beaten
4-2.
Sheffield United.
4-2.
4-2. Okay. This side, Jacko.
It's going to be a goal fest. We're going to win 5-0. 5 different goal scorers. It's going to be who put the ball in the Plymouth net.
Wow.
Marge, come on. Score prediction, Marge.
2.
Hey? 2-0. Good girl.
2-0.
Brilliant.
Pass it on.
Pass it on. Who's it?
Tony.
Right. Tony, I think we'll win 1-0. Jack Rodoni, the goal scorer.
Okay. Kimberly, what's yours?
Come on, Kimberly.
2-1.
2-1. Martin.
1-1.
1-1. Neil.
2-0. Nice early goal.
Yeah.
And then an extra time goal just to top it off.
Okay. Mark and Shannon at the back of the room.
2-0 tomorrow.
2-0.
Early and then a late one.
Okay.
I predicted the last game's result. Well, I ain't got a prize yet. I don't know.
You have? Oh, that prize. No, you don't get one for that one.
I'd take 1-0 last minute own goal.
Wow. 3 points is all we want, isn't it? That's the main thing.
It is. Now, we've got another question before we finish. Go, you want to talk, sir?
Okay.
No. Pitch invasion.
Oh, go on.
I want to ask a question to everyone.
Oh, go on then.
Go on then.
If we get to the Premier League, will we stay in it?
No. That depends on the investment, doesn't it?
Pass it around then. Pass it around.
Depends on how much money goes into the club, I guess.
Yeah.
That we get for going up.
Okay.
In a word, no.
No.
It depends what players we bring in.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, that's 3 no's.
Depends on what Mike Ashley does.
Okay.
No, but we'll get more points than Leicester.
Okay, this side.
Will we stay in the Premier League if we go up?
Look, Doug's done a good job for us, hasn't he? And he's pumped some money. I think his pockets are fairly empty. We get some money for getting there. I'd like to see another investor come in, and if we got another cash injection, then I think we've got a chance. But with a one-man board and one-man finance, it's a massive ask.
Okay, so that's a no.
Martin.
The City's staying up.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly, say yes?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, Kimberly.
Tony's going to say yes.
Well, this is the situation.
Oh,
right?
here we go.
This is the situation.
We're going to be here all night now.
Players will want to play for Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the centre of the country.
Yeah.
So why can't we do a Nottingham Forest? Why can't we do a Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, I mean, there's clubs that
Just
have
2
played
years ago, they were in the where we were, and I think we beat them first game of the season.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And also, I think that'll be the time that Mike Ashley will get involved if we got promotion.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, we'll see. But why can't we do a Nottingham Forest?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shannon?
I would like to, but I'd be surprised if we do.
No, is that a yes or a no?
I'm on the fence.
No, you can't be on the fence. Seth said you got to say yes or no.
I'll be optimistic then, yes.
Yes, good girl.
Yes.
Yes.
Champions League, assured, definitely.
How many rattlers you had today? Yeah, go on, Marge. No. Marge says no. Jacko.
Plenty of poor teams in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We can beat Wolves.
Yeah.
And they've only just stocked up, so why not?
Okay.
Give
Brilliant.
it a good go.
Excellent. And Seth, what did you say? Yeah. You said yes.
They all finish around here.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You've all finished. So, okay. So, 6 people said no and 5 people said yes. But there was 2 over there said if we had enough money, where the money would be spent.
You two ain't said nothing yet.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. I'm saying yes. 6 all. 6 all. I'm saying yes.
I think definitely yes.
Get
Hey! 7-6.
Well, it'll be hard, but yes.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Right. Now, we've got another question. We've got another question. We've got
another mug to give away.
We've got to finish the show up because I want to go and get me fish and chips.
Okay, right. Quickly, the question. The first one with a hand in the air, the correct answer. Early in the season, we beat Plymouth 4-0. But which player scored 2 goals in that game? Yes, Josh Eccles.
Well done.
Correct.
There you go. Congratulations.
That's a very quick answer.
Brilliant. Yeah, Jack, we got a replacement, mate, if you're watching this back. Okay, so look, we've had loads of comments come in, but because we're doing a live interaction show, we're not been able to get to every comment. But I just want to read this comment out here from Nicholas James. Says Frank has done an incredible job with us. He has inspired these players to creating a special end of the season. We could never have dreamed of when he came in. We have been playing really well the last 3 games and showing real hunger and determination to win despite our injuries. We will do this. I think that's a great one to finish it on. Seth, go on quick. Your pitch invasion again. Come on.
So on about that, I think he proved everyone wrong because at the start of the season, all I was seeing is hate about it.
Yeah.
And saying he wasn't a very good manager. And now everyone just loves him. So
yeah.
Just one thing for me. How many people in the room wanted Van Nistelrooy to be manager?
Oh, yeah. How many people wanted Van Nistelrooy?
Being honest. You did? A lot of people did. A lot of people went ahead of Lampard, didn't they? And look where it was, what's happened to them.
I just wonder one thing, like where did the hate for Lampard originate? Because if you look at the actual stats, he did well with Chelsea, to be fair. He had no money. He had no transfer at all they could do.
Yeah.
Everton he kept up. Derby he got in the playoff final and he lost to a very good Villa team. And the second time at Chelsea was an absolute show, and it still is.
Yeah.
So realistically, I don't get where it come from. I absolutely don't get it.
No, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm worried about it. I was worried. I don't know if when he first appointed it. My big worry for me is that he's not going to be here long enough.
Yeah,
that's my biggest worry. And that if he does well and if we don't go up this season, and he gets us to the final, and if we lose, that someone in the Premier League, as soon as the season starts and someone's not having a good run, they sack him and then they'll... Exactly. But I'm on about in the Premier League, and then he'll go to the Premier League. That was my biggest worry. I think he's done a fantastic job, but I'm still not singing Super Frank Lampard until he gets us to Wembley.
I'm borrowing Jack's hat.
Well, hopefully, Jack's
and I got some stats. The season when he left the first one, he had a win percentage of 47%, so 1.6 points per game. Everton, not as great, but 27%, 1 point per game. Chelsea second time round, 48%, and with us he's on 57%, 1.9 per game. That's not on the screen, so so I can't give you the Derby one. But the point is he's decent.
Yeah,
you know, when it comes to it, he can win.
Yeah, and the other thing is he's got a great backroom staff with him, hasn't he? You know, he's the other game on Hull, you could trust the backroom staff to take charge of that game while he was up in the stand. You believed in it, didn't you?
Going on the EFL podcast that Frank Lampard did with David Putton, he said about Jack Rodoni, he said he just wants to come in every day and improve and go, what can I do to better myself the day after?
Yeah.
And so if he's inspiring someone like Jack Rodoni, he probably looked up to him when he was a young lad going, this manager can take me probably where I want to be, i.e. Premier League, but maybe he wants to do it at Coventry. But I said the amount of pundits that have said that Jack Rodoni too good for Coventry and he should be playing in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Sounds volumes. I know Tim Sherwood say this lad's too good for Coventry. They've got to steal in whatever we paid for him from Huddersfield.
Well, people were saying that we spent too much on him originally when we got him. But yeah, I mean, he was probably he was a teenager when Frank was playing, so he is going to look up to him, isn't he? So yeah, I think it's just been a whirlwind, really. Who would have thought we would be sixth in the table and really going for the playoffs with the start that we had? It was just awful, wasn't it? So, right, we're going to come to an end, Ken.
Yes.
We've got to go and get fish and chips.
Yeah, you can't. Anybody had fish and chips yet since they've been here? We've got to have it tonight. Have you had, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they've had a roast dinner.
Yeah, we keep having it Sunday, but we've got to have fish and chips before we go
home. Just want to say a massive thank you for all of you coming down tonight. Thank you so much. And brilliant. And we're going to go on tomorrow. Hopefully get 3 points. Thank you to everybody that's been watching. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. And please keep commenting. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. And you can get all our latest shows. We will be having an ex-player coming on again very soon in the near future. So stay tuned for that one. You're going to love it. And if you haven't already seen it, head over and watch Matty Godden interview as well. It is brilliant. He's such a nice bloke. A big thank you, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause.
And a big play up Sky Blues for tomorrow.
And a big play up Sky Blues. See you all on Thursday.
Good
Take
night.
care. 3 points tomorrow.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.